There are 150 achievements in BTD6, and some of them are definitely easier than other ones. So let's take a look at a comprehensive list and see which is the rarest achievement, and see, do you have any of these? There's one that only 0.6 of players have, so let's check it out and we'll see if you can guess the rarest achievement before it shows up. So let's start off. Starting off with the most common, and this is all based on the list of Steam achievements. So we're going from 87.9% to 85.4% for the first round of 3. We just have some pretty basic ones here. Time is deploy a hero in the non-tutorial. So you can see that on Steam, actually a pretty large amount of people bought the game and never even played it, or at least passed the tutorial. So that's kind of funny, and you can see how many people placed down a hero in the non-tutorial but never even ended up winning that game, which is also pretty funny. Then going along, you have 83 to 73%. There's nothing particularly interesting here. You just have the monkey knowledge, so that's how many people ended up getting there. And then from 72.7% to 66.3%, we have the monkey fan club, which is to create an account. So actually a lot of people ended up creating an account. That is higher than I thought. And then moving on, you have 63.6% to 59.5%, and we can see that 63.3% end up getting a hero to level 20. So a lot of these early ones, they aren't really too interesting. You'll see some cool insights later on. 59% to 58.2% is for our next batch. The first one here that is really interesting is actually the power. You'll see a trend. Not a lot of people use powers. 56% to 55.8% is our next batch, where you can see that only 4 heroes has just a little bit over half a use. The next batch of achievements goes from 50.9% to 45.3%, which is a bit of a bigger jump. And you can see another thing, not a lot of people play challenges, is only 45% of the original 80 something even played a challenge. And you'll see that other challenge achievements are very low, 44.7 to 44.4%, another lower powers achievement, then 41.9% to 41.8%. One really interesting thing here is that Master of Life 1000 lives is actually that high. That is something that I did not expect at all. 41.5% to 41.1%. We have our next round of achievements. A quest is down here, kind of all fairly balanced. Nothing really surprising in this batch. Next one is 39.2% to 38.4%. Giving 100,000 cash in co-op mode is above having 4 heroes down at once. Is that surprising? I don't really know. 35.2% to 33.1%. This is where we get gained 36 achievements, which I think is a pretty funny achievement. And then doing a job on DDTs, pop 5,000 DDTs, is a lot higher than I would have expected. 33% to 31.7%. We have getting a trophy store item, which is pretty low, so not a lot of people really buy trophies, or well, buy stuff that you can buy with trophies. 31.6% to 30.3%. We're starting to get less than 1/3 here, and defeating a tier 1 boss only has 30%, so you'll see that getting boss kills is not something that a lot of players will end up getting. 29.2% to 26.6%. Using 25 powers is quite low, but the 1000 monkey money on continues is actually kind of surprising. I spend a lot on continues, by the way. 26.2% to 25.6% is the next batch. This is where we have the first chimps, which is 1/4 of the players, sitting around 25%. Kind of interesting. Next is 25.3% to 23.7%, where we have another 10 powers in co-op mode, which is also really low. Generally, just a lot of people will never touch a single power. 22.7% to 20.7%. We have a full black border, or I guess it could be a gold border too, getting all the medals on one map with only 22%. And then we have 20.5% to 17.9%. We have using 5 insta-monkeys. So again, using insta-monkeys is also really low. 17.8% to 17.3%. We have beating a tier 5 normal boss at only 17%. So a lot of people, even though it's a normal boss and pretty easy, they won't get there. 16.9% to 16%. We have win 10 daily challenges, which is extremely low. Again, not a lot of people play daily challenges, which is kind of surprising to me. 15.1% to 14.6%, we have use 100 powers, which compared to the other powers achievements, it is low, but not as low as the others. 13% to 12.3%, we have buy one limited time item, which is pretty interesting, and also hard odyssey is really low at only 13%. Also, you'll notice something like magic monkeys only, not that desirable to play. 11.8% to 11.5%, we have 5 maps on Chimps mode, and then the survive around 100 on Apocalypse, which kind of is low. I would expect that one to be higher. 11.5% to 11.2%. We don't have much interesting stuff here. There's a secret achievement, but I guess you'll see a lot more secret achievements. 11% to 10.4%. Getting to the 10% range, there's more secret achievements, and popping 10 million Bloons on co-op mode, that's a lot lower because a lot of people do play co-op mode more than you think. 9.4% to 9.1%. We have having 200 insta monkeys, so that's a good amount of insta monkeys. A good chunk of people have that. 8.9% to 8.7%. We have some kind of weird, interesting one. Build Greats there in particular is a really fun achievement to get, so you definitely should check that out. 8.3% to 8.1%. Social Butterfly was kind of interesting. I guess the emotes are usable, but not a lot of people really use them. 8% to 7.6%. We have 106 monkey knowledge points spent, and then the tier 5 boss down there. What is surprising is that 100 games using any hero skin is pretty darn low. I'd expect that to be way higher. 7.5% to 7.2%. We have kill 50 bosses, 2 TC, stuff like that. The 2 TC is actually way higher than 2 megapops, which is pretty interesting. 7.1% to 6.7%. We have another Odyssey one. Odysseys are quite boring. Not a lot of people play them, so to see a no hero one, that kind of makes sense. 6.6% to 6.5%. A perfect week daily challenge is really, really low, and there you go. The first of the gold balloon achievements already starting off this low. Only 10 of them. 6.2% to 6.1%. We have using 100 powers in co-op mode. Again, powers really just aren't used a lot, and completing all 3 Odysseys is pretty low. Why would you ever want to do that? 6.1% to 5.8%. We have opening a diamond crate, which is way down there, and 10 games on half cash mode. That's a lot of people who don't want to play half cash. 5.7 to 5.4%. This one's surprising. The 10-minute race is really, really low, only 5.7%, so not really a lot of people want to play races. 5.3% to 5.1%. This one's even more surprising, most surprising I'd say. A la Coda, which is to submit anything to the browser, only has 5%. You also have 15 chimps there in round 100 deflation. Those are understandably low. 4.7% to 4.5%. We have use 100 insta monkeys. Again, not a lot of people do that. And then we have the other insta monkey use one, the tier 5 insta monkey use down there. 4.3% to 4.1%. We have winning 100 daily challenges, and then playing 200 challenges or creating are also really low. Then 4.4% to 3.9%. The 2 megapops is significantly lower than 2 TC, which is pretty interesting, I guess, because it's more complicated. You also have a late game one there, which is understandably low. 3.9% to 3.7%, completing 12 different Odysseys. Again, not a lot of people want to play Odysseys. Axis of Havoc, though, is something that I'd guess would be a lot higher, but it is pretty low. 3.4% to 3.3%. 5-minute race coming at a really low time. The 3-minute race is going to be even lower. Crash of Titans is understandably pretty low, and contested territory, who's going to play that? 3.3% to 2.9%. Winning 25 games on double HP Moabs is surprisingly really, really low. No harvest down there. I also would have expected that to be higher. It seems like everybody has that. 2.8% to 2.5%. We have Josh is constant, and then also only claiming 5 territories on contested territory. Kind of funny how it's that low. And then also So Spicy Ninja Kiwi is also pretty low. I'd expect that to be higher. 2.3% to 2.1%. We have a year in the making, which is collect 365 daily chests. That's surprisingly higher than getting a 3-minute race time. Also, it seems like a lot of people didn't play off their student loans with the last one there. 1.8% to 1.4%. Capture 50 tiles, understandable. And then defeat 5 unique tier 5 bosses, which is pretty low. I guess that's understandable. 1.3% to 1.1%. We're getting really low down there now. 100 gold balloons and entry to 500 races. Also completing 50 Odysseys. That seems like something that not a lot of people would want to do. Odysseys are indeed Whiteborn. 1.1% to 0.9%, getting less than 1% now. Monkey Team achievement, Sapper, and completing 100 Odysseys, all understandably very low ones there. And then moving on, we're going to have 0.9% to, I guess, 0.9%. All three of these are tied. Daily read, that's a lot of daily challenges. 100 Monkey Teams, who's going to want to do that? And then popping 50 gold balloons in magic monkeys only, that doesn't seem like fun. Getting to the runner-ups, we have moving house, which is not a fun one to get, and then 100 different community challenge submissions. That one is also really low. Nobody really likes doing that, but here we go. We have the rarest achievement, which you probably could have guessed, glorious gold, getting 500 golden balloons. Just popping them, they suck. They're absolutely terrible to get, and I completely understand why that is the rarest achievement in the game. So anyways, if you have any of these achievements, let me know, or if you have all of them. I put up a poll recently. I didn't really let it have it much time to sit, but it kind of evened out at around this, and it seems like most people have a good chunk of them, but getting the last few achievements seems to be tricky. I see a lot of people saying they have like 8 or 9, 10, 3, 4, something around there achievements left if they have a decent amount in the game. So let me know, and what do you think about this? I definitely think there are some cool ones. Thanks for watching. If you want to help out the channel, you can check out these new videos, like and subscribe for more content, support the channel by becoming a member, and joining the Discord to chat with the community. Bye!